Siloam Yisrael. So I want to share with you a little secret about why your enemies, why they have nothing against you when you stand on truth and love. I say it all the time, and hopefully in this message it will become clear to you why it's imperative that you stand on truth and love, why that's a must. See, listen. When you don't stand on truth and love, Yisrael, you're not loving yourself, correct? And if you don't love yourself, then you're going to give that adoration or self-love that would normally go to you, you're going to give it somewhere else. It's the way you're designed. You have to give it to something. So you're going to send it outside of yourself, to whatever it is you see outside of yourself that you think is valuable. And so your enemies, they have set up a world where their way is valuable. This is what they're telling you. They're good, you're bad. They're blessed, you're not. Their features are what's considered beautiful and yours are considered ugly. Now, as I've said, if I'm telling you lies, then just tell me. But is this not the world that you're living in, Yisrael? Because I'm only speaking to Yisrael right now. So-called blacks, the tribe of Yehuda. Specifically. That's the ensign that I'm holding up with the lion on it. That's for the tribe of Yehuda. The so-called Negroes, blacks. I'm talking to you, the awakened ones. The ones who stand in this knowledge of who you are. See, because I told you it's about loving yourself so that you can love others as yourself. But if you don't love yourself, then you can't love anyone else. And so you have an enemy that hates himself. He hates himself because he's not you. He ain't you. And he's envious of that. So he produces the same feelings inside of you. He puts the same feelings inside of you. And as long as you vibrate on his frequency, then you'll vibrate in his world. Well, how are you liking his world so far? Babylon. How are you liking that so far? What do you think of it so far? That's my question to you. Because it's not the true world that you were designed to live in. The true world that you were designed to live in is truth and love. And so when you come into that world, you realize, okay, hold on, wait a second. I love myself the way Abba created me. I stand on the truth of what Abba told me. Then they have to go back to their truth. They don't have a choice on that. So do you understand why they try to keep you in lies and fear and deceptions? See? This is why your king tells you to love God as yourself. Love God and love your neighbor as yourself. The Husha told us this over and over and over as the golden rules, because this is how you vanquish your enemies. Because you're walking in your truth wherever you go. When you're loving yourself. Yisrael. In your truth. When you're loving yourself in your truth, they have to go back to their truth. So their illusions won't work anymore. That's why their world is falling. I want you all to understand this, Yisrael. It's not just happening. Things are not just happening around you just by happenstance. They're happening because you're coming back into your truth. Because I want you to tell me that every time we rise up and love ourselves, don't they panic? Hold on, love me too. What about me? Yeah, what about us too? You see how they always do? They always get indignant with you when you love on yourself. When you walk being proud of your own culture, they get envious, jealous, hateful, because that's their true nature. They're only going to be your friend and smile in your face as long as you're living a fake life. Israel. So don't be surprised when you go back to your true nature, how your enemies start to feel about you. You're about to see everybody's true colors. Red alert, red alert. Red mean Esau. You're about to see Esau's true colors. Everything works in cycles, in loops. And we've been through many loops with this beast, have we not? And so you got to love your way through this one. Because that's your weapon. Speaking true words of I am, no longer lies. Because as long as you're living in lies, that dude remains over you. Because that's his power. His power is in the lie. Open your ears, Yisrael. Receive these words. His power is in the lie. Your power is in the truth. So what should we all do today, Yisrael? Your enemy, his power is in the lie. Your power is in the truth. His power is in fear. Your power is in truth. Is in love. So if you exist in lies and fear, you're in his territory. But if you exist in truth and love, now he's in your territory. In Yisrael, the only reason that you won't step into your truth is because you don't know it. Because if you knew it, you'd jump right in that bad boy. You wouldn't even hesitate. You wouldn't dip your toe in and see the temperature of the water first. You'd just jump right in, cannonball, splash. If you knew your real truth, your true truth, but you're still hanging on to lies. You're still debating. You're still wondering if that's what it is. That is what it is. Israel has a symbiotic relationship with the earth. Does your enemy? Or does the enemy seem to be adverse to nature? You guys tell me this. You guys tell me. Does nature receive this guy or not? Seems to have an issue with him. With them. So like I told you, if you heard what the message is, which is that your power is truth and love, then where that mean you need to be, Israel? Walking in the truth of who you are. That you are a nation of kings and priests. You are a set apart people unto the Most High Yah. You are a special people above all the people that are upon the face of the earth. Thus saith the Most High Yahweh. He said it. So I assume that if you tell your enemy that, he may not be too happy to hear it. You see? So it would destroy him. Because then the next question, if you're the Most High set apart special people, then what do that mean if I've harmed you? See, while y'all are all talking about George Floyd and all the other so-called Hebrews, so-called blacks that have died at the hands of these enemies, you all look at that and you're wondering why. You don't get no justice for it. Why is all of this? As if they're never going to get justice, as if they're never going to get recompense. You see? All of the things that they've been through, the hard labors. Nope. It's somebody was stacking up his recompense. Somebody was stacking up his karma. So your enemy, who the Most High hate him. See, the Most High hate that guy. So he's stacking up his payment real large for him. It'd be too much for him to take in. Just like your blessings would be too much for you to receive. You see? His payback would be too much for him to receive. It's not hard to understand this. This is not about a bunch of people, guys. Let's just make this very clear tonight. Okay, well, I got y'all gathered around the fire. Okay? I'm gonna pass the blunt around. Y'all, you wanna hit it? Shit, I'll pass this bitch around to y'all too. Shit. But listen. It's about two people, y'all. Jacob and Esau, the so-called black man and the so-called white man. Okay, let's get it down to brass tacks with the shit. This is about two people that the Most High was going to give the earth over. Esau came out first. He was supposed to get that birthright. He did get it, but he sold it for some red pottage. Okay? He sold it to Jacob, the so-called black man. Now, of course, this was already Abba's plan. Abba had already decided who he was going to give it to. But he wanted to show you, your enemy, so that he could show you yourself. Because Esau is inside of you. Esau is that spirit inside of you that's telling you to hate yourself. You look in the mirror, you say, oh, I'm not pretty. That's Esau, see? Because he's on the outside of you telling you that. As within, so without, Yisrael. As above, so below. So you got this enemy within that you got to conquer. And when you conquer him within, you deliver a deadly blow to his head, a crushing of his head. You see? And once you've done this, then you know it by experience. And so you will see it play out on the outside of yourself. Once you've done it inside yourself, you will see the crippling effect that it will have on the enemy outside. And it is, isn't it? Is it not? Is he falling or what, guys? Is Esau crumbling right now at the seams? Is he busting at the seams or what? And is the truth coming out now? That there's a King David walking the earth? That don't give a fuck whether y'all believe it or not. It's already written. Me and the Most High know it's true. Do you know it's true? And you see, you wonder why it's falling in King David. If Yisrael is rising up. Jacob, the next world. The scepter should not depart from Judah. That's the rulership. David would not lack a man to sit on the throne. So now the truth has come out. So where is King David? Well, there you go. You just got the proof. As that world is falling, here's a rising of the true kingdom. Israel. That's why I tell you to rejoice. Don't feed into their low-ass vibrations. They are a low vibrational creature. They can only live in a low vibrational environment. As within, so without, Yisrael. Listen closely. So if you have a parasite inside of your body, cancer, how do you kill the cancer? The real way. You starve it of what it eats. Because it eats a lot of sugars and carbohydrates and things that are not really natural to the body. So you starve it of those things, and then the cancer dies. Or you can fast, and the cancer will die. So you starve it of its food source. Well, the same thing you do with this nigga Esau. You starve him of his food source. What is his food source, everybody? Fear. That's how he thrived. That's how he's able to live. When he came over here to this land, he brought fear with him. You hear that? He brought death with him. Did he not? So that fear came. Started to believe lies. But when you return to the truth, then the vibration rises. See, because you are a high vibrational being, Yisrael. That's why you're special, set apart people. That's why your hair defy gravity. Because you're a high vibrational being. You see? So that's why you're in mourning when you're living in his world, because you're living in a low vibrational frequency state of being, which is unnatural to you. Simple. So then you're not living in your truth, which is to rise to a high vibration. Well, how can you feel the high vibrational in a low vibrational state? You have to disbelieve the lies. You have to just erase, be baptized, and be born again. You see? Your mind has to be baptized and reborn into a new mind, a new creation. Because what is the body without the mind? So then we focused on the mind, the heart, don't we? Israel. And the way you do that is by ignoring the wind and the waves of the 3D lies and the bullshit that you see, and standing on that rock of truth that you know that I am loved. I am a special people unto the Most High God. I am set apart and holy. I am blessed. I have life, and I have life everlasting. You're speaking this way, now that nigga can't exist there because he doesn't have that. That's not true for him, you see? If he starts to speak those words, he's actually speaking lies, because the Most High says he doesn't have repentance. Esau doesn't have that. So if he doesn't have repentance, then if he starts to say things like I am blessed and I have everlasting life, he starts to speak lies. So he knows he don't have that, so he wants to get you on his frequency of lies. So that means that everything he's taught you is lies. See? It's just that simple. It's just all lies. Because he's always leaving some truth out of there. And as far as we're concerned, that's not true. If you're leaving truth out, then that's just not true. You still understand? Israelites, we don't really understand things like might, maybe, sort of, should have, would have. We don't understand words like that. We let our yea be yea and our nay be nay. You see? So when it says the Most High got a special people, we just let that be what that is. And when he says everybody else is a drop of a bucket, and they are nothing, and they are less than nothing. Israelites, listen to me. Did you hear that, Yisrael? All the other nations on earth are as a drop of a bucket and are as spittle, and they are nothing, and they are less than nothing. Thus it is written by the Most High Yahweh. His words, not mine. So that means that everybody else compared to you is like spittle. So when I'm talking, a little bit of spit fly out my mouth, that's what he thinks about the other nations. You see that? You see how when you know that, how they get nervous and scared? Because it pushes them out. Because they have so much pride that they can't get in alignment with that. They can't allow that in their minds. Esau, I can't allow that guy to be over me. I'm the firstborn son. I have the birthright. It doesn't matter what I've done. I have it. It's mine forever, damn it. I don't care what God said. That's really what he's doing. So like I said, you've noticed that the Most High Yisrael has put us in a vibrational state where we're coming back to our nature. Proud of you, sisters. You're wearing your locks again. You're wearing your froze. You're wearing your curls. Bros, you're growing your locks. You're wearing your beards. You're being yourself. So as the Most High is doing this to us, we're going back to our organic ways of living, in tune with nature, thinking differently, breathing differently, eating differently, thinking differently. And as this is happening to us, we're rising to our truth. You see, that's the truth of who we are, not carnivorous meat eaters and killers and violent people, not thieves, none of those things. You see, we're rising out of that state, and they're being forced down into their true state, which is a creature that goes, that's what they are. The Most High said they live in the clefts of the rocks, and all through history, I knew that as a caveman. That's the words we use, caveman. We know that caveman don't even know how to make a fire. He doesn't even know how to do that. He doesn't even know how to wash his own ass. He doesn't even know the difference between a male and a female. He'll hump on both. Yeah, see? And these are just the truths. These are just truths. And when you know that, then you rise. And it's not about any racism. It's not about any personal vendetta or nothing. It's just you come to your truth, they automatically go down to your foot. It's true. You see, it's the way it's designed by Abba Yah. It's his will. We've been living in a distorted will of another enemy. So that's what's been going on. His will has been going forth because we asked for it. Yisrael. It's not because it just happened to us. It's because we asked for it. We said, no, we don't want the Most High's ways. We want to do it these guys' ways. So he said, okay, go ahead. No, we know. See? Okay, we learned. No, we don't want more of that shit. Coming back home now, Abba. Okay, that's good. There you go. Back to daddy. Yep, here we go. You see? And that's all this is, really, Israel. You see? It's not about all this other stuff. It's not about all of this trying to fill your mind with a bunch of worldly wisdom. Okay? Because if you spend all your time that you have doing that, but not dealing with the matters of the heart, then you failed the test of finding the Christ within you. Because he's just standing at the door knocking to express himself in you. You see? The other teachers, they want to lead you astray. They don't want to tell you about the keys to the kingdom. They don't want to give them to you. They want to act like it's them. They want to be like the guy that's standing at the gate blocking people from the kingdom of heaven. Neither will he go in, though. He doesn't even realize that. He ain't going to go in either. You see? But no, Yisrael, we're going to be free. We're going to take these keys and we're going to go through that door. We're going to open that door and let him express himself through us, which is the divine love that's resting in each one of our hearts. That flame, that divine flame just waiting to be unbusheled, uncovered. Let it shine, Yisrael. Stop being afraid to let your light shine. Let the tears flow. Open your mouth and speak of what the things the Most High has done for you. Tell the nations, tell the people what the Most High has done for you. Because I can assure you, he has done it for you. He's done millions and millions of miracles for his people. Because we're still around. We're still living. It's a miracle that we're still even having this conversation, Yisrael. That's a miracle within itself because of all of the shit that we've been through. All of the things that's been put against us to kill us. And we're still standing because of the grace of the Most High Yahweh. So you have to tell the world about this. Let the Most High be glorified today. Let his name be glorified today. Tell the world. Tell them. Don't hold it in. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy about it. Let it ring. Rejoice about your God, Yisrael. The hell with what people think about you. The hell about what your mama's going to say. The hell about what your dad's going to say. The hell about what your friends are going to say. Fuck them. They should be saying the same damn thing you're saying. Instead of fighting against you, they should be saying, yes, praise his name, Israel. Praise his name today. Give praises to the Son, Yahushua, who gave his life for us. And let's live on truth and love. If they were wise, they'd do the same. Because there's no other message. There's no other good news but that. That we were given a sacrifice for us to be redeemed from our hell, Yisrael. Stop worrying about the other people. Worry about this thing here. Your nation being freed and being a part of that freedom. Focus on that today. Focus on loving the I am within today. Stop focusing on that energy and trying to love your enemies. Trying to love on Tammy. Trying to be friends with Tammy and Bart. Being friends with Brendan at the job. The hell with Brendan. He's fucking lying any damn way. They ain't nothing but a fucking liars. They hate your ass. They have a perpetual hatred for you, man. They can never, ever love you. But I can love you. Abba love you. Yahushua love you. Your sisters love you. Your brothers love you. Your angels love you. Your forefathers and your foremothers loved you. You hear that, Yisrael? The hell with the heathen. Focus on you today. Focus on where have I fallen short in what I say about I am. Where have I missed the mark with that name today? Oh shit, yep, earlier I did say I am sick. Damn, nope, I am healthy. Let me revise the day and change those mistakes, those misses, those sins, and change them to right thinking. Now we doing real work, Israel. We ain't doing that shit. You sit in the church, you say, yes, I sinned. I asked for forgiveness of my sins. I hope you guys pray for me. I do better. and you go back to the club the next weekend. No, 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 no. We're transforming our minds today. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind today, Yisrael. Change that what you're saying about I am today. Listen to what the King is telling you today. Change what you say about I am today. I am love. I am divine. I am divinely inspired. I am divinely guided. I travel in divine grace. I am magnificent to behold. I am in the direct image of the Most High. Because these things are simply true. You see? So do it today, Yisrael. Choose to love, because that's how you vanquish your enemies. Nothing else. And if you try something else, you'll lose. If you read the history, which most of you haven't done it, so I will just tell you, if you read the history of our people, that's where we fucking up. That's where we have always fucked up, is looking somewhere else other than truth and love and standing on that rock of truth. It's the stone that the builders rejected. Let's not reject that stone today, Yisrael. Let's make it the chief cornerstone today. Love. And then let's build. Let's find an area and put love first down. That stone first down. Love. That's the first stone to touch down. And then we're going to build off of that foundation. All right, Yisrael. Silawam. Silawam, Yisrael.